Rita, thank you so much for coming in, being part of our breast empowerment series and sharing your journey. So, first question I've got to ask you is, what made you want to come in and see Dr. Eccles?
Well, I first heard Dr. Eccles speak at a health and nutrition seminar. He's done his research, and he also made sense to me the way he was talking about the way the body just wants to come back into balance constantly through hormonal changes. It's all a natural process. And I like the fact that he backed it up with sound scientific research.
So what made you come for thermography and to choose to do that rather than go for a mammogram as your first port of call?
Well, following on from that talk, I found out that Dr. Eccles was actually a breast health specialist and that he offered a service called Thermocheck. And thermograms show much earlier on than mammograms do that there are breast health changes which may lead to tumours. And it shows this up to 10 years earlier than a mammogram would. There's also the radiation factor, which a lot of women are not aware of, that continued exposure to mammograms is toxic to the body, whereas with Thermocheck, you're just facing an infrared camera.
So raising temperature, the increased blood flow, and you actually, both of those were detected in you, weren't they? So you got a TH4 reading from a scale of TH1 to 5, so it's quite high results.
It was
what we would deem abnormal. How did that make you feel, Rita? How did you react to that result?
Yeah, I was concerned, obviously. I didn't expect it to be that high. But speaking to Dr. Eccles, I was really quite reassured because, again, with the research, he'd done plenty of research with women who'd had raised readings like I had, and that once following this nutritional plan, 6 months later even, their breast health had returned to normal. So I believe the body will give you these indicators that you must listen to your body, and all you need to do is just have a thermogram and just give the body what it wants, which is nutrition. It's just one very important way of helping your body return to perfect health.
So following on from your thermogram results, you had a consultation with Dr. Eccles and he recommended specific nutritional supplements for you along with other advice. What happened next?
Following that, I had blood tests which indicated that I was low in vitamin D, and I had low iodine and K2. I also had inflammation, and I was high in estrogen toxicity.
But you felt perfectly well.
But I felt perfectly well. It was quite surprising. So following that, I went on the nutrition advised by Dr. Eccles, which was Dr. E Nutri. Within that, you get the vitamin E, vitamin D3 and K2, the iodine, astaxanthin, which is an antioxidant, really important. Yeah. I also went on krill oil for the inflammation, and I went on a product called Estrobalance, which helped control the estrogen toxicity. Right. 6 months later then I returned for my follow-up thermogram, and amazingly to me that had worked and my breast health had returned to normal.
Fantastic. So would you recommend the clinic in terms of monitoring breast health to your friends and family, Rita?
Yes, I would. I do. I tell anybody I can, anybody who will listen. I believe it's really important in just spreading the word that you can empower yourself.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a victim, and all you need to do is just have a thermogram, and you get all the support that you need from Dr. Eccles and the clinic, and all that knowledge and research which goes to prove that it does actually work. And it's so easy, just do it.
Well, thank you so much for coming in to the clinic, Rita, and sharing your story. I'm sure it will help and empower a lot of women out there to hear what you've been through, and that you're now normalised, which is absolutely fantastic news.